Hey, third graders. So, yesterday, I know you learned about frequency tables and the kinds of information that you can put on a frequency table. So, today we're going to be using that kind of information and learning how to put it onto a bar graph. So, in case you forgot, you in a frequency table, you are gathering information that you can get from a survey. So, for example, a survey we did was our favorite pets. And on the frequency table, it tells us how many people said dogs were their favorite, how many said cats, how many said birds, and how many said reptiles. So over here we had our title, our favorite pets, the categories, which is dogs, cats, birds, and reptiles, and our data, which is these tally marks, which tell us how many people chose that as their favorite pet. So now we're going to be taking this same information that we put on a frequency table, and we're going to be learning how to put it or how that would look on a bar graph. So I'm going to move this up. And let's see. So on a bar graph, just like a frequency table, the first thing you need is a title. And the title can be the same because it's about the same thing. It's showing the same information. So the title can still be our favorite pets. And two, you need axes. And so that's this line here and this line here. Those are your axes. So that's where all of the information, all your data is going to be inside of those axes. And so three, you need categories. And so that's the kind of thing that you're surveying about. So here, we surveyed about types of pets. So types of pets would be the category. And four, category labels. And that's where we get more specific inside of types of pets. And we write what exactly ones we surveyed. So dogs, cats, birds, reptiles. Those are all our category labels. So five, scale. That's all our numbers down here. And that's going to show exactly how many people chose each one. And on this one, our scale is we just are counting by ones. In some bar graphs, you can count by twos, threes, or any other kind of number. But today, we'll just be counting by ones. And then we need the scale label so that people know what these numbers mean. And what these numbers mean is number of votes. So this is going to be how many people voted for each category. And then lastly, we need data. And so that's the information that's specific to our data here. So we'd write how many dogs, how many cats, how many birds, how many reptiles. So now let's see, how did we get these bars on our graph? Well, on our frequency table, there were 11 people that voted dogs as their favorite pet. So on our bar graph, we'd color our bar all the way up until we get to 11. So that will show that 11 people voted dogs as their favorite pet. And then cats, only one person voted for cats. So we'd find cats on our bar graph, and we would just shade in until we get to 1 to show that only one person voted for cats as their favorite. Then birds, what's two people voted for birds. So we'd find birds, draw our bar over until we get to 2. And that shows 2 people voted for birds as their favorite. And lastly, 3 reptiles. And then, so again, we would go draw our bar until it hits the 3 down here on our scale to show that 3 people voted reptiles as their favorite. So the next thing about bar graphs is that it's very visual. It's very easy to see right away a lot of different information. For example, we can see right away dogs were the most popular pet in this class. So dogs were the most popular because it has the largest bar. And it looks like the least popular were cats because it has the shortest bar. We can tell only one person voted for cats. And something we can even find out is we can find out exactly how many people were involved in the survey. Even though that's not something it specifically says on the graph, that's some information we're able to find out. Look, so we counted there was 11 people that voted for dogs as their favorite. So we can add 11 plus, let's see, 1 plus 2 plus 3. And that's one that's pretty easy to do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 17. I'll write that better. 17. So we could write that there are 17 students. So we can know that there are 17 students that were surveyed on our graph. So those are all the different kinds of things and all the different kinds of information that you can gather from a bar graph.